Honda's C badge, which initially stood for Sport Injected, referencing the novelty of fuel injection back in the day, has long been synonymous with high-revving VTEC engines. That all changes now. The C versions of the 10th generation Civic feature turbocharging for the first time in the history of the nameplate. Perhaps more blasphemously, the C lacks the traditional two-stage VTEC variable valve timing and lift, instead using Honda's variable timing control, VTC. The VTC in this application is limited to camshaft phasers, a technology common in almost all engines, and not the multiple cam profiles that gave VTECs of yore their famous scream. Despite its radically different engine philosophy, the direct injected, turbocharged 1.5-liter inline-4 in the new car makes 205 horsepower, identical to the last C's naturally aspirated 2.4-liter 4. Its 192 pounds-to-foot of torque is up by 18 pounds-to-foot over its predecessor, however. And those peak output numbers come at lower RPM than they did before, horsepower at 5,700 and torque at 2,100, which should make the C a better daily driver. But we were hoping for more power in a world where 220 horsepower Volkswagen GTIs, 252 horsepower Ford Focus STs, and 268 horsepower Subaru WRXs exist. At least a short-throw 6-speed manual transmission remains the only gearbox available on the C. View 14 photos. Chassis improvements include new adaptive dampers that are switchable between normal and sport driving modes, as well as a variable ratio steering rack. Springs and anti-roll bars are stiffer, and the front brake rotors, at 12.3 inches, are larger than those on any standard 2017 Civic. A limited slip differential is standard on this front driver. Summer tires are optional, although the fitment is no wider than you'll find on the Civic hatchback Sport and Sport Touring trim levels. Next to those non-C hatchbacks, with their over-the-top body kits and huge fake vents, the C, which comes only as a coupe or a sedan, has a fairly subdued look. The C's visual package is limited to specific 18-inch wheels, black trimmed for the front fascia, a center exhaust outlet, and a few extra openings punctuating the rear fascia. The C Coupe has an eye-catching, some might say garish, rear wing, while the sedan's rear spoiler is less prominent.